Right, a little points thing for you after 2 heats of the 250s. On 18 points is David Knowles. On 16 points is Adam Shipp. On 16 points equal with that is Chris Still. On 15 points jointly are Neil Taylor and Gary Wells. On 14 points is Lee Pitman. 13 points unbelievably is Lee Street. 12 points Paul Simmons. Colin Howe on 12 points and Richard Lively on 11 points. So there's an indicator as to how we're going after the first 2 heats of 250s. So David Knowles in a very good position this afternoon. He had to work very hard in that last race. Absolute classic piece of riding. Yeah, we've got agreement in that here. Super last bend, but we're into second leg, sponsored by Lister's News Agents and Bishop North. It's race 16, 350 solos. There's Mark Taylor in this, Paul Cooper. Right at the front. Dave Mears was the rider at the front. He led the first race this afternoon. Away he goes again. That's Dave Mears as Cooperman comes through. I think it's Paul Cooper into second place and Mark Taylor in third. I think I've got that correct. As we come round that pitch turn, we'll have a better look now, but it's Dave Mears leading. It is 82. Cooper's in third now. No, it's 82. Barry Powell. I promised you he was a spectacular rider as Cooper goes round the outside of Powell. Now Cooperman, he's got some work to do. He's had 1 win this afternoon. He needs to get by in the lead. Here comes Paul Cooper. Now how hard is that? That was hard and fair. That was a super fast. Absolutely on the gas. Dave Mears like, hey man, I'm here. Get out of the way. It's Cooperman. He goes down. That bends 1 and 2. Dave Mears in second place. Down the back straight we go. Barry Powell down in third. I saw a brilliant ride from Barry Powell a couple of years ago down at Worcester. Spectacular rider. But it's Cooperman. He's doing the work. He's doing it the hard way. Looking as though he's going to go into a good position in the championship this afternoon with 2 wins. But on the outside goes Taylor. We're on the outside of Powell. Down that back straight we go. For the last time, coming round the pitch turn is Paul Cooperman. Cooper taking the second win of the afternoon. Sheffield, perfect time for Paul Cooper. Dave Mears, 82. Barry Powell, Mark Taylor, 116. Lee Gayden, 117. That was the Lister's News Agent sponsored race from Bishop Thorpe as 93 comes across the line. Another lesson in how to attack from behind, really, wasn't it, Brian? Right, here's the official result. It was a winning time of 1 minute 37.94. It was won by rider number 11, Paul Cooper. Second, 19. Yours me, Dave Mears. Third was number 82, Barry Powell. Fourth, 70. Fifth, 116. Sixth, 117. Seventh, 44. And eighth, 93. One more time. The winning time was 1:37.94. And from the top, 11, 19, 82, 70, 116, 117, 44 and 93. Right. Dropped on a beer can there. Naughty lad. Right, we're in the race 17, sponsored by Teri Potato Merchant from Mindstone. Neil Taylor, we should be looking for John Cox, Martin Russell, Red Morbey. Right out the front, it is Martin Williams with John Cox in second, but it's number 25. Martin Williams came into the meet in his reserve. Little, slightly built lad, very, very good size to fit a 350, very talented rider. We've seen him beat the country's best riders on his day in 350 and 500cc racing. Well, here he goes, Martin Williams. Then comes John Cox, Terry Massingham from Canby Island, the lady rider, Britain's top lady rider, in front of Richard Ashworth, the local Pickering-based rider, multi-East Yorkshire Centre champion in 4th place. He's not having too bad a British Championship so far, but he has had carburation problems in the last meeting or so that he's desperately trying to sort out. But Martin Williams is just walking away with this one. John Cox, but the battle here is between Terry Massingham and Richard Richard Ashworth and Ben Morbey. Massingham, Ashworth now starting to put the challenge on Massingham as they leave that back straight, but Ashworth locks up and allows Morbey into the frame. Morbey's coming down on the inside of Ashworth, goes by Richard Ashworth. You're looking at Ben Morbey. You're looking at 3rd, 4th and 5th places here. Ben Morbey now looking on the inside of Teri Massingham. Ashworth back in the frame. He's on the inside of Morbey. One more lap to go. Can Teri Massingham from Canvey Island hold on to this 3rd place behind Cheshire's John, and down the back straight we go. It's Teri Massingham. The challenge is coming on in the pit turn from Ben Morbey. He's got it wound up on the inside. Can Massingham keep a good line? She's going a little bit wide as Ben Morbey. He's going to race it to the line, but it's just 2-1-3. Teri Massingham, Ben Morbey and Richard Ashworth. What a good scrap there for minor places, Brian. It's not all that about winning, really, is it?
Yeah, it was a good scrap for minor places. I'm just going to say about Martin Williams. The first time I met Martin was about 6 years ago at a Minsterley meeting, and for those who know him, he's about 6 stone, soaking wet, and he's the most unlikely looking Grasstrack rider. But he does his talking out on the south. Yeah, he's got another nickname as well, which I won't tell you.
Right, official result there of race 17, the sponsored race by Derek and Sonia, the potato merchants from Slightholme, was a win in a good time of 1 minute 37.91 by number 25, Martin Williams. Second, number 61 from Cheshire, John Cox. Third, good ride, all the way from Canvey Island, lady rider, Britain's leading lady rider, Teri Massingham. Fourth was number 90, fifth 58, sixth 22, and seventh 29. Once more from the top, a winning time of 1 minute 37.91 was a win for 25, 61, 213, 90, 58, 22 and 29. I'm going to hand you back over now to Brian for the 500 sidecars. There we go, Brian. Who's your tip for the 500s now after these?
Well, I don't know really. Leicester certainly looked not on the best of form today, but it's still pretty open, you know. I'm not going to stick my neck out and do a prediction, but at the end of the day, Shaun Harvey's got to be there or thereabouts. Right, we move on to 500 sidecars. Just find me place in the programme. Right, we're on the line for race 18, sponsored by NTB Racing. We've got Scott Dunn, number 118, who had a disappointing ride first time out for Neil Faulkner in chair. We've got 57, Mike Green, Mark Hopkins, 143, Keith Richards and Adam Young, number 5, Dave Higgins, 5, Wheatstone, number 3, Lester and Andy Goodwin, number 21, Nick Radley and Craig Matheson. So is it going to be Radley, or is it going to be the Goodwins? Into the first turn we go. And up there alongside him is number 118, Scott Dunn. And it looked for a minute as though Scott Dunn was going to come out of the turn in the lead, but he's back there in third, so we've got Radley and Goodwin up there into the paddock turn, and it is so close. Who's it going to be as they come off the turn? And absolutely on the limit there was Lester Goodwin, and nearly had it round in a circle, but it's Nick Radley then who takes it up. Nick Radley and Craig Matheson, who won the championship, well, Nick did anyway, 4 times back in the 1980s. That was when he had hair. He looks a little bit different now. So it's Radley and Matheson leading as they come off the paddock turn for the second time. Lester Goodwin and Andy Goodwin there in second. Tremendous scrap of third. At the moment, Scott Dunn just holding that third place. Scott Dunn and Neil Pocknell. But on the bottom turn, it's anybody for third place. Back with the leaders. It is still Nick Radley and Craig Matheson way out in front. Lester Goodwin and Andy Goodwin in second spot in a tremendous scrap for third. It's all getting a little bit too close. Still there in third, Scott Dunn and Neil Pocknell. But still anybody's race as we get the last lap flag down, checkered flag at the ready. The man who's going to win it, no doubt about that, provided he doesn't do anything silly on the last turn, it's going to be the number 21, Nick Radley and Craig Matheson, they win it. Second place goes to Leicester and Andy Goodwin. What a start for third. Scott Down and Neil Potnell just about get it. Fourth place, well, we'll leave that up to the lap scorers to give us the official results as we give you the official result of race number 18. In first place it was number 21 Nick Radley and Craig Matheson. In second place number 3 Leicester and Andy Goodwin. In third place number 118 Scott Down and Richard Webb. In fourth place number 143 Keith Richards and Adam Young. In fifth place number 57 Mike Reed and Mark Hopkins. And in sixth place Dave Higgins and Clive Wheatstone. The time 1 minute 47.75, 1 minute 47.75. Those numbers again from the top, race 18, sponsored by NTB Racing. I know Rob Bradley's a pretty adaptable sort of bloke, but this is ridiculous, Rob. You're not going to race that. Right, 21, 3, 118, 143, 57, and number 5. That race sponsored by NTB Racing. We move on to race 19, sponsored by Wilf Nobles, still with the 500 sidecars. We have Wayne Reid and Clive Preston. What a disaster they had first time out. Number 56. Number 10, Tony Cook and Phil Dolman. Number 69, Scott Fisher and Paul Fisher. Number 156, Alan Morgan and Martin Boyd. Number 4, Simon Beard and Stuart Supple. And number 1, 2, 3, Paul Moorcock and John Cook. Who's it going to be? Let's see young Wayne have a better ride this time. There we go. 69 it is. Scott Fisher and Paul Fisher in the lead, but there's absolutely nothing in it. All 6 virtually together on the bottom turn and then swapping and changing as they come out of the turn, but out in front it is Simon Beard and Stuart Supple as they go into the paddock turn for the first time. But who's it going to be as they come out of the paddock turn for the first time? Absolutely side by side, all of them. Number 156, Al Morgan and Martin Boyd, so the Birmingham driver. Out in front at the moment as they come around that bottom turn, all 6 still in with a chance. But it is Alan Morgan and Martin Boyd who lead by inches as they go into the paddock turn for the second time. The closest race we've had today with the chairs. This is a good one. Right, we look Alan Morgan and Martin Boyd, but they're coming under pressure from Scott Fisher and Paul Fisher, number 69. The rest of them swapping and changing on every turn. Still anybody's race as they go up the back straight. Simon Beard and Stuart Supple still there in about 4th place. Simon trying to go around the outside of the rest of them, but into the last lap. What a tremendous race. Fisher in 2nd place. Tony Cook in 3rd. Tony Cook in the green leathers. Trying all he knows, and he's got a vast amount of experience as Cookie. But down on Powell a little bit up the back straight, and Tony goes backwards into 5th place as we look to our left. It's going to be a win, a surprise win there, I say. Alan Morgan and Martin Boyd. 156, they win it. 2nd place goes to number 69, Scott Fisher and Paul Fisher. And Wayne Reid, another disappointing ride for him there in race 19. But no doubt about the winner, it was number 156, the Birmingham driver, Alan Morgan, with, in the chair, Martin Boyd. The official result coming up. Right, the official result then of race 19, it was a win for number 156, Alan Morgan and Martin Boyd. In 2nd place, number 69, Scott Fisher and Paul Fisher. In 3rd place, number 56, Wayne Reid and Clive Preston. In 4th place, number 10, Tony Cook and Phil Stoneman. In 5th place, number 123, Paul Moorcock and John Cook. And in 6th place, number 4, Simon Beard and Stuart Supple. The time 1 minute 50.5, 1 minute 50.5. The numbers again for race 19 from the top are 156, 69, 56, 10, 123, 4. Oh, super rapid prize. And how big is this thing, Simon? Do you know more about it than me? Is it about 32 or 49 or something?
Right, I believe it's 50 cc's. Of approaching £400. It's brand new. It's I believe a little gearbox on it as you look on the left, and it's ideal for virtually anybody from 6 to 60.
Oh, well, that counts me out, you see. Right. I'm sure if you rode it round a couple of laps, or Rob Bradley rode it round for a couple of laps, we'd sell more rapidly. Right, we move on to race 20, still with the 500 sidecars. We are without number 11, Keith Drury and Reinhard Schubert, so by my reckoning we've just got 4 outfits on the line. 4, yeah, looking from this distance, we appear to have 4. We have number 23, Jody Stark and Andy Sweeting, number 72, Shaun, Harvey and Danny Hogg, number 49, Ryan Canning and Steve George, and number 7, Barry Bennett and Ivan Hughes. Barry is very disappointing first time out. Shaun Harvey is the only place in the third British Championship in a row. Good start from Barry Bennett on the outside gate. And it is, I was going to say it is Barry Bennett leading as they go into the first turn, but I thought Harvey was going to go through, but it is Barry Bennett who leads. So Barry Bennett from Newtown leads the twice British champion there in second place. That is Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg. Barry Bennett and Ivan Hughes then lead as they come off the paddock turn for the first time. And problems for Harvey. Now problems for Tony Stark, I should say, all covered in mud. I thought it was Shaun Harvey for a minute, but it's Tony Stark who's got problems, and Harvey trying to come through on the inside of Barry Bennett. Harvey going a little bit wide, Barry trying to come back on the inside, but I think Harvey takes it up on Tony. Bennett still having a tremendous drive. Harvey just about takes it up as they go in the bottom turn. Barry Bennett still holding on there in second place. And in third place, Brian Canning and Steve George. Disappointment for Tony Stark and Andy Sweeting to our left. They got some sort of mechanical problem. As we look to our left, the last one flanking crowd. Once again, it is Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg. What a great ride by Barry Bennett and Ivan Hughes. He hasn't given up yet. Still in with a chance of getting on terms with Harvey as they go down the back straight. Brian Canning and Steve George just tailed off a little bit in third place, but as they come out of the paddock turn for the last time, Checker Dragon's ready. Second win of the afternoon for number 72, Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg. Second place to number 7, Barry Bennett and Ivan Hughes. And third place to number 49, Brian Canning and Steve George. In first place, race 20, number 72, Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg. In second place, number 7, Barry Bennett and Ivan Hughes. And in third place, the only other driver to finish, it was number 49, Brian Canning and Stephen George. The time, 1 minute 47.72, 1 minute 47.72.
Yeah, well, 2 things. One, the condition of the track is starting to really get to where we want to be now. It's starting to dry out. The racing's becoming quicker, as you've seen by the times. The racing is equally becoming a lot closer. And 2, Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg, stars, absolutely.
Yeah, certainly they seem to get it together today, and I'll agree with you. I used to go virtually every week to Grasstrack for years, too many years that I care to remember. The first thing, when I went into somebody else's field, if it wasn't our own meeting, I'd just sort of waved up, and all credit to the organisers here and all the people in Yorkshire. Walked on the pitch today and thought, wow, the poles are tidy, the ropes are straight, the track's marked out super, and all credit to all the organisers, you know. That's not just talking waffle or reading, because it wasn't that day, so absolutely superbly laid out, and the close racing, the quick racing, does the track justice. Right, so we move on to race 21. Pete Johnson joinery as the sponsor, and the first time that Martin Cobb on that gun gets the grip into the first turn, and Martin Cuff it is who leads as they go around that first corner for the first time. Remember, in this one we got number 5 from South Wales, Craig Scott and Les Sutton. They're riding in their very first British final. And a good ride first time out, but as we look to our left, it is still number 128, still smoking, still second place, number 23, Billy Pinfold and Andy Wood. Glyn Drake in third, Craig Scott down in fourth at the moment, and Paul Grayson just at the back. Good scrap for second, tremendous scrap for second, but no doubt about the man who's leading it. Number 128, Martin Cuff and Steve North. Absolutely Pinfold and Andy Wood there, just perhaps an inch too much drift, otherwise absolutely perfect as they come out the paddock turn. But back with the leader, it is still number 128, Martin Cobb and Steve North. Getting strung out just a little bit as we look to our left. All 5 outfits still with us in the last lap, still done. 30 metres from in second place, still number 72, Glyn with Marcus Phillips. And the rest of them, Paul Grayson and John Grayson there. First time out there, smoke coming out the back, but they seem to have sorted that out and no problems now. Oh, as I say, they've got a little bit of smoke coming out as they come out of the bottom turn. 2 all then. Checkers flag of the radio. Wait for number 128. Second time this afternoon, Martin Cobb and Steve North. Second place goes 72, Glyn and Marcus Phillips. Following them, Pinfold and Andy Wood. Behind them, number 5, Craig Scott and Les Stott. And behind them, number 8, Paul Grayson and John Grayson. 128, 72, 23, 5 and 8. We move on to race 22, sponsored by Ken and Sylvia Little. And I'm giving some information here. The girls are on the ball today as usual. 500 sidecars after 2 heats on 14 points. We've got number 21, Nick Bradley and Craig Mack. 14 points also. 72, Shaun, Harvey and Danny Hogg. On 10 points, 156, Ashworth, Martin Cobb. What's in the championship there? Also on 10 points, 3 listed with Andy Hogg. In 4th place, Handley and Harvey, both at the maximum at the moment. And no doubt. Right, lost my programme for a moment, but just a mention here of Will Pinfold, who I think he went out and he won his first race. Still only 17, he only just got his licence a couple of weeks ago, so he could ride in this particular meeting. Obviously, it's his first championship meeting, and Dad was, of course, the late Will Pinfold. So, Darren Morris leading as they go into that bottom turn, all very close. Evans and Morris, the South Wales crew leading again. It's their first British Championship event. Had a good ride first time out, and they've really got their act together in this one as well. Coming under pressure now as they go into the paddock turn for the second time. It is still the South Wales crew. And it's second place. 17-year-old Will Pinfold with cousin Kevin in the chair. That's the 1-2 at the moment, and Will Pinfold trying to come through on the inside of Evans, but Evans having nothing of it. Up the back straight. Pushing his way into, well, I thought he was going through in a second. Steve Downing and Neil Smith, number 34, but Pinfold holds him off. Oh, and Pinfold goes over. Upside down on the paddock turn. Kevin in the chair, and probably going to have a red flag. We've got a red flag on the bottom turn, so some attention please for the boys up on the paddock turn. Hope they're going to be okay. I think they both got clear of the outfit, so they should be okay. Keep our fingers crossed. We're just getting clarification from the clerk of the course, but the girls tell me that we had completed 3 laps, so we talked to Rob Smith, the clerk of the course. He'll make the decision. The usual procedure is after 3 laps the results stand. Right, it's confirmed. Result after 3 laps stands. A win then for number 4, Drew Evans and Darren Morris. In second place, number 34, Steve Downing and Neil Smith. And in third place, number 151, Graham Hilton and Colin Clark. Just 3 finishers. Race number 22, sponsored by Ken and Sylvia Little. And they're all on the feet, which is good news. Always good to see people stood up. Race 22, a win for number 4, Drew Evans and Darren Morris. Second, number 34, Steve Downing and Neil Smith. And third place, number 151, Graham Hilton and Colin Clark.
And conditions this afternoon, being on the damp side, obviously we had to do a little bit of track watering with it being very dry land, and then we had that shower or 2 before the start of the meeting. And being a 4-stroke and being an incredibly quick machine, I believe it's actually tuned by Rodgers anyway, isn't it?
Well, Rodgers is dad, and Roger does all the work for both the Taylor brothers, obviously, you know. And Roger in his day, well, he's still, I'm not sure whether he still does a little bit of classic racing or not, but Roger in his day, of course, was a good rider himself, so a lot of experience down there at RTS.
Right, give me 2 seconds.
Right, while Simon talks on the radio, I was told Steve Webster was going to be here today, and if Steve Webster's here, I'd love to have a word with him. I have sort of got his autograph in the paddock at the race meeting, but I've never had a conversation with him. A legend, of course, in the road racing world, one of the greatest road racing sidecar drivers of all time. And of course his dad won the British Grasstrack Championship back in because Nick Weatherson won it with John Justice in the chair in 1966 and 1967. Right, Simon, back to you.
Right, thank you, Brian. We're into the third leg of solo, sponsored by Andy Dale. It's race 23. Andy Dale, of course, is Percy. We're looking down the back straight. We've got line of riders hurtling down there into that pit's turn. I think it's Adam Shipp that's at the front, not too sure, because I missed a start. Indeed it is Adam Shipp, and it's Chris still in second place. There's good battle for third and fourth between Gary Wells and Colin Howe. Wells on the inside, Howe on the outside. It's Gary Wells coming through on the inside, but Howe comes back once more. Down the back straight, we're looking at third and fourth places. Howe into the pit's turn on the outside, on the wide and high. But on the inside, here comes Gary Wells. Is he going to nip through? He can get by Colin Howe. He can start to put the pressure on for second place. And it looks as though Gary Wells has got that third place lined up for himself now. He'll get it wound on. He's going to try and get down onto the back wheel of Chris Still. But it's Adam Shipp, the double British champion. He's won 2 British 250cc championships. I think it was in 2002 and 2003. He comes by me. He's looking extremely in form today, as is David Knowles, as is Neil Taylor. Neil Taylor's little fall earlier on in the meeting may cost him dearly by the end, but we will see. Here we go. Crowding down into that pitch turn, it's still Adam Shipp coming round. He's going to take the last lap flag, but we've got a battle on here for second place. It's just Chris Still over Gary Wells, Colin Howe in fourth, and number 20 in fifth place. Then Mark Williams, number 42, and 126. And it was a win in a time of 1 minute 42 seconds for rider number 16, Adam Shipp. Second place, number 82, Chris Still. Third place, number 70, Gary Wells. Fourth place, number 34. Fifth place, number 20. Sixth place, 42. Seventh place, 126. And eighth place, number 7. From the top, the winning time was 1 minute 42 seconds exactly, and it was from the top 16, 82, 70, 34, 20, 42, 126 and 7. The next race up is sponsored by Bob's Videos again. It's the race 24. And in race 24, back to my own programme, it's sponsored by John Noble, Plant Hire from Whitby. Thank you, John. And here we go, there's Mark Collins in it, Mark Williams, Mark Gardner, Paul Pinfold, Frank Mears, Chris Campos and Kevin Taylor. Down comes Handley, Street is in the lead, Richard Lively in second place, David Knowles in third, Knowles on the outside of Lively up into second place, but it's Lee Street leading race 35. In the lead, David Knowles comes by in second place, Richard Lively in third place. The wind had blown the page over on my programme. I knew all the riders were, it was confusing me when I looked down, but here comes David Knowles. The race is on. David will desperately want the points to carry on with his form. He's leading the point standings at the moment. Street on the outside, Knowles on the inside, 2 laps left to go. Knowles goes in on the wide, gets that motor on, gets the wheels in line, here comes the move on street, as the exit, second bend, Knowles on the inside, now he's got to push street out that little bit, is David Knowles going to be dirty? No, he's playing it fair, as Street gets the motor on mid-track, but he's still Knowles on the inside, 1 lap to go, side by side, Street takes some flags out, goes across the front wheel of Knowles. Knowles has got to get that motor wound up right now. Street leaving the second corner, down the back straight we go. Here, final time into the fifth turn. Street on the gas. Knowles trying to get through on the inside. He gets the wheels in line, but I think it's just going to be Lee Street taking the win. Number 75, 64. Then comes number 31, Paul Simmons, 23, Rich Lively, 35, Matt Collins, 98, Kevin Bull. Official result there of race 24, sponsored by Bob's Videos, 250cc third leg, is a win for 75, Lee Street, in a time of 1:39.72. Second place, 64, David Knowles. Third, 31, Paul Simmons. Fourth, 23. Fifth, 35, and sixth, 98, and seventh, number 4. Once again, the winning time was 1:39.72, and from the top, 75, 64, 31, 23, 35, 98, and 4. Cracking race there. David Knowles giving it everything he could, but Lee Street equally determined and put in his best performance of the afternoon in a quick time as well. We're now into race 25, sponsored by Mike and Potter from Village Gardens. Thank you, Mike and Ann. This is 250cc again, solo third leg, race 25, top 10. Start line, about to go. Let's see who's going to hit the front. Got Neil Taylor in this one. This guy's absolutely flying. He's going to regret dropping the bike in that first heat. He picked up a third place. He got back up on it and crossed the line in third. But are those points going to cost him dear as the day goes on? But there's no doubt about it. The Honda RTS of Neil Taylor, plus his ability, is absolutely flying this afternoon. I believe Neil Taylor has had a third in the 250 championship back in the 90s. But here he comes, he's looking on fire. Everybody's been talking about this Honda from when he introduced it last year, and it's proving to be an absolute revelation at Pickering this afternoon. Down the back straight goes Taylor. I'm trying to pick up a race somewhere down the line. We've probably got a race for 5th and 6th place. If you want to keep your eyes back there, nothing happening in between. The 250cc class has picked up quite well up in Yorkshire here over the last couple of seasons, because he was certainly dying a little bit at one point, but they are on the way back up. Cheap class to run in, cheap racing. So anybody watching here this afternoon, maybe it's really the place to start. Well, there goes Neil Taylor on the RTS Honda. 1 lap to go. In second place, of course, doing the business is James Childe. He was one of the fastest contenders this afternoon, but not quite on the pace maybe. Maybe the conditions have got him out. Who's to say? But when you get a guy like Neil Taylor on the super fast Honda, I mean, who is going to catch this guy this afternoon? Absolutely flying. Taking the win there, 17, Neil Taylor. Second, 97, James Childe. Third, Scott Campos. A good result there for 78, Scott Campos. 28, Sam Morbey. Then comes Mountain Garden, just up the road at Handley, number 22. 63 comes Barney Paul Pinfold. He started racing within the last couple of years. And for race 25, the official result, sponsored by Mike and Ann Potter of Village Gardens, was a win for number 17, Neil Taylor. Second was 97, James Childe. Third was 78, Scott Campos. The winning time for that was 1:37.38. Fourth was 28, fifth 22, sixth 63, and seventh 14. I did comment that Jason would have to go in and tinker with the bike, equally as Jamie had the race before, and it reversed positions, didn't it? So let's see what happens this time round.
Mark Taylor's thrown in for, Mark Taylor. Paul Cooper is thrown in here as well. He's had a great afternoon so far. Neil Taylor's back out, believe it or not, so I'll probably give him an extra half minute to get his breath back. Terry Massingham, she's riding extremely well, but really you're looking at Handley, Cooper and Rodgers with the possibility of Neil Taylor. This is going to be a great 350cc heat. Race 26. Off we go. Coming down past the commentary box, everybody on the back wheel, but it's Handley on the inside. Rodgers tries to get across the front wheel of Handley. Handley pushes Rodgers wide. Great piece of riding from Handley. Just looks back to check things are okay. Down we go into the pits bend. Remember, they've had a win apiece against each other this afternoon. Handley on the outside. Rodgers on the inside. Paul Cooper winding it up. Got in third place. Here comes Jamie Rodgers. Gets the speed built up. Blocked up a little bit there though, but he's got it back. He's got the wheels in line. He needs to hunt down Jason Handley. He is the 5 times British champion and defending British champion, and he's showing it now, showing true class. Jason Handley. Here comes Jamie Rodgers, not giving up. On the Andy Mallett engine this afternoon from Manchester. Andy broke his arm recently down at the Pairs, but Rodgers has still got that wound up. He's waiting for the mistake from Jason Handley. But how many times do we see Jason make mistakes? No, we don't. 1 1/4 laps to go, and on to 1 lap. Paul Cooper's having to settle for third place as they go into that top 10. Sheffield, perfect tag of Paul Cooper from Fulford, York. He's in third, but he hasn't quite got the speed to keep with these two in this race. Alterations required. He's on good points, is Paul Cooper, but taking the win. A good start to the defence of his 350 championship. Jason Handley. Jamie Rodgers second, Paul Cooper third. Paul Derrick comes across in fourth place. Peter Wildmore, he's in fifth. Right, we've got Teri Massingham. She's going to be pushing the bike across for some all-important points, so please give Teri Massingham some encouragement from Canvey Island, Essex. You've got to go across the line to get the points. Give her some encouragement. Big round of applause when she gets across that line. She deserves every point this afternoon. There we go. Big round of applause for Teri Massingham. And it was a win, convincing win for number 95. He worked on the first corner, was very efficient there. Jason Handley in a time of 1.3054. That's 1 minute 30 seconds, 0.54. Second, 77. Jamie Rodgers. Third, number 11, Paul Cooper. Fourth, 117. Fifth, 51. Sixth, 14. And seventh, 213. The time again was 1:30.54. And from the top, 95, 77, 11, 117, 51, 14 and 213. Look forward now to the Transit Motorcycles of Top Green York, a good local company. They're sponsoring Race 27. We've got Ben Morbey, Mears, Barry Powell. These are great ones to watch. Let's see how we go this afternoon. And Taylor, number 70, on the outside takes the lead. Barry Powell in second place, but it's Mark Taylor, son of Roger Taylor, RTS frames and engine tuning, down the back straight into that pit stern. Good battle on for third and fourth. We've got a good race going on here as Taylor comes round, crashing over in foot on pole. Right, Lee Gayden, Richard Smith in the mix. Look at Smith on the outside, 33. Richard Smith challenging for second place on Barry Powell. Down the back straight we go. It's still Barry Powell in second place from Richard Smith. But here comes Smith, ex-250 champion of 1996 on the outside. Oh, Barry Powell. Powell gets out again. Smith just gets by. Carries that speed. Now he's got Mark Taylor in his sights. Keep your eyes on number 33, Richard Smith, as he locks up that little bit. But he's going to try and reel in Mark Taylor from Gloucester. Round that pit stern we go. Mark Taylor, RTS Viper, Jower engine, 350, built by his dad, Roger Taylor. One more up the nose. Richard Smith
Shipp attacks that top turn, bends 1 and 2, attacks it well, keeps the bike smooth, gets the wheels in line. He's building up now, he's got some speed, carrying a lot of speed into the pit stern. He's going to have a challenge now on Mark Taylor. Here comes Richard Smith, he's on the high and wide, we've got the chance to the line. Mark Taylor on the back wheel from Richard Smith. Then comes 82, then 116. Number 90, Ben Morbey comes across the line. Andrew Whitaker, number 1, 58 and 93. Race 27 was a win for number 70, Mark Taylor. Second, 33, Richard Smith. Third, number 82, Barry Powell. Fourth, 116. Fifth, 90. Sixth, number 1. 7th, 58 and 8th, 93. The winning time was 1:32.81, very quick. So again, a time of 1 minute 32.81. From the top, 70, 33, 82, 116, 90, 1, 58 and 93. And we are now into race 28, sponsored by PJ Wildboar from Knowles. We've got Martin Williams. Addition to this in place of Rob Bradley racing on the 25 place. And we're looking at Michael Faulkner, John Cox, Kinchin, Jody, Hodgson, Mears, Dolman. Here we come, let's have a look. See who's in the lead. It's Martin Williams one more time. He's making his mark this afternoon. It's Martin Williams, came in his reserve. John Cox in second place. Could be Vince Kinchin in fourth place. He's making his way to fourth, but slipping back to fifth. But we've got a great battle on for second and third places involving John Cox. But Martin Williams looks back, John Cox goes wide, and 19 comes through, which is Dave Mears. So Dave Mears up into second place, as Vince Kitchen's up to third. Vince Kitchen now has got Dave Mears in his sights, down the back straight. Third on to second, here comes Vince Kitchen on the outside of Dave Mears. High, wide and mighty, all motored up sideways on. He's carrying the speed through the corner. Vince Kitchen's a great pass on the pit side. Puts Dave Mears back into third place. I think it's Bob Dolman in fourth place I'm looking at as we go down the back straight. Dolman now, he's thinking, hey, come on Dave Mears, I want that third place. Here comes Dolman on Mears in the pit turn. And Martin Williams takes the last one flank. Vinny Kinchin in second. And it is Bob Dolman goes through on a sickening motor of Dave Mears. We feel sorry for Dave Mears. His motor didn't sound that crisp this time on. Bob Dolman's taking advantage. Finally on the pit stern, a very, very smooth looking, a very competitive looking Martin Williams takes the win, 25. Second, number 8. Third, Bob Dolman, 16. Fourth, John Cox, 61. And limping across the line, you've got to feel sorry for number 19, Dave Mears. Then comes 29, and Martin Wrathal, and 22, Jody Hodgson. Right, we're cracking 350cc racing now. The track's improving by the minute after the rain earlier on. And the time of the winner, which was Martin Williams, number 25, a time of 1:31.91. How quick is that? Second place, number 8, Vince Kitchen. Super Rider came from about 5th to get that. Third was 16, Bob Dolman. And then 4th, 61. 5th, 19, 6th, 29, 7th, 22, and 8th, 44. One more time, a winning time of 1:31.91. Like I said, how quick is that?
Right, so race 29. The lineup is Keith Richards and Adam Young, number 143. Lester and Anthony Goodwin having a disappointing day so far, crew number 3. Paul Moorcock and John Cook, number 123. 56, Wayne Reed and Mark Preston, again having a disappointing day. 69, Scott Francis and Paul Fisher. And number 23, Tony Stark and Andy Sweeting, probably coming out with a 5 on, but they're riding Dave Higgins' outfit. If they've had time to change the numbers, they'll have 23 on. If not, they are number 5. Right. You want to borrow me mic? Right. Oh, 350 update.
350 update. After 3 heats on 25 points is Jason Handley. Equal on 24 points are Martin Williams and Paul Cooper.
23 points is Jamie Rodgers. 21 points Richard Smith. Matt Taylor and Vince Kinchin equal on 20 points. And Dave Mears and John Cox equal on 17 points. So things shaping up very well. Martin Williams, as we discussed earlier in the day, built for these bikes. And, well, there's only 1 point in it.
Yeah, building up to a fantastic climax. You know, Martin Williams certainly put a spanner in the works. And we go with race number 29, 500 sidecars, a pretty even break. Anything going to be in close. They're good wins. Yes, the Goodwins, Leicester and Goodwin lead as they go into the bottom turn for the first time, but the rest of them all bunched up there in second place as they go up the back straight. It's Keith Richards, but it's Goodwin's leading into the paddock turn for the first time. Leicester and Goodwin lead the pack as they come up there, then right around the outside. Number 143, Keith Richards and Alan Young, and Richards up there in second place at the moment, but there's absolutely nothing in it. Leicester getting away a little bit as they go up the back straight for the second time. Still they're in second place, number 143, Keith Richards and Adam Young. But Leicester showing really its true form here. Leads by about 60 metres and Harvey. Coming on the outside, Scott Francis and Paul Fisher. And trying to go right round the outside of all of them, and it's young Wayne Reid, and Wayne Reid comes up into third. So Reid and Preston, well, they were up into third momentarily, but I think they're back to fourth as we go into the paddock turn. They're on the outside, they're trying to come round the outside of everybody. Wayne Reid, Mark Preston. Second place, it is still Keith Richards and again young Wayne tries to go around the outside of everybody, and Richards gets it locked up on the bottom turn, and Wayne Reid takes advantage. Comes through into second place, but it's still anybody's. Second place is absolutely anybody's. Literally three of them side by side on the back turn. Goodwin lead, Wayne Reid there in second now, up in the third place. And comes Scott Francis and Paul Fisher, and I think Keith Richards and Adam Young have got a problem. So, tremendous race, race 29, sponsored by NTB Racing. It was the first win of the afternoon for Leicester and Goodwin. Number 3 won it by quite some distance from in second place, number 56 showing his true form, Wayne Reid and Mark Preston. In second place, number 69 Scott Francis and Paul Fisher. In fourth place, number 143 Keith Richards and Adam Young. Fifth was number 123 Paul Moorcock and John Cook, and sixth, number 23, out for the first time on Dave Higgins' outfit, was Tony Stark and Andy Sweeting. The time 1 minute 38.09, 1 minute 38.09. Race 30, something is got to give, because race 30 sponsored by Bailey Motorsport. We have Nick Radley and Craig Matheson and Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg, both on a maximum score. Dave Higgins is in this one, Alan Morgan's in this one, so is Mike Reid. But it's all about Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg, number 72, and Nick Radley and Craig Matheson, number 21. As I said earlier, 20 years ago this year, Shaun passengered Nick Radley to a British Championship final win at Wimborne in 1986. They've been big buddies ever since, and Shaun and Nick won the best players down at Leamington about 6 weeks ago. They gave a display of team riding, absolutely par excellence, one on the tight line, one on the wide line, and big buddies off the track. But this is crunch time. Simon, come on, who is it? Who's going to win it?
Well, the way I saw Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg attack the win last time out, they put a great race together towards the end, and I believe they're the boys today. This could be the third British Championship.
Right, I'm actually going to agree with you. We'll probably both be proved wrong, and Nick will get there first. But the way they're going, I think Shaun and Danny might just have the edge. Right, away we go! Surprise, surprise! It's Harvey and Radley 1-2. So Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg leading up the back straights by about 20 metres from Nick Radley and Craig Matheson in second place. And Harvey really looks, really looks crummy. But Nick Radley made up a lot of ground on the bottom turn. As into third place goes Mike Reid and Mark Hopkins. but they're getting pushed pretty hard by number 156 Alan Morgan there, Martin Boyd, but as we look to our left, it is still Nick Radley, but here it is still Shaun Harvey, but here comes Radley and he's a lot closer, and they go into the bottom turn for the third time, and Radley really has got him wound up. Off the bend, I thought Radley got the drive, but Shaun Harvey just gets the drive, but here comes Radley again on the paddock turn, and Radley trying to go around the outside, but Shaun Harvey holds him off into the line. Nick Radley gets one wheel in the air, and this is Radley trying. Trust me, Radley does not ride harder than this, and here comes Nick Radley and Craig Matheson down the back straight, but it's Harvey and Danny Hogg. Who's it going to be? Radley on the outside, tremendous stuff. Radley trying all he knows, absolutely all he knows, but Harvey gets there. And that was something else. Super stuff. And as I say, big mates off the track, but what a super ride. We got it right there.
That was the rest of the day.
Yeah. No, but we did get that right, Simon. I think it was probably a bit of luck because I think if Nick had got off first, he might have held him. But tremendous race. Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg, number 72, they win it. Nick Radley and Craig Matheson, number 21, they're in second place. In third place, number 57, Mike Reed and Mark Hopkins. In fourth place, number 156, Alan Morgan and Martin Boyd. In fifth place, number 5, Dave Higgins and Clive Wheatstone. The time 136.5, 136.5. That was actually 2 seconds quicker nearly than Leicester's time in race 29. So the numbers from the top, race 30 sponsored by Bailey Motorsport. A win for number 72 followed by 21, 57, 156, number 5. The time 136.5, 136.5. Shaun Harvey, Nick Radley. When I was down at Wimborne 20 years ago, or when I first got to know Nick, which was about 25 years ago, probably never thought that 20 years later I'd be stood in the field in Yorkshire and they'd be going head to head in the British final. But that's racing, super stuff. Race 31 sponsored by RTS, Roger Taylor Racing of course, and in race 21 we've got, we don't have Keith Drury for a start, number 11 we've got Barry Bennett who had a super ride last time out, number 7 Barry Bennett and I for News. We've got Tony Cook and Phil Stoneman in this one, Scott Dunn and Neil Pocknell and 49 Brian Canning and Steve Webb, and number 4 Simon Beard and Stuart Supple. So Scott Dunn having a bit of a mixed day, Brian going as usual very consistent. Same with Simon Beard, but Barry Bennett, alright first time out, but last time out he made up for it right last time. So Tony Cook seems to have been there forever. I'm sure he had that pilot of racing cooking, but that was back in 1978, the first ever British final winner that day, Rockstone. So who's it going to be? I'm down the pound on Barry Bennett. I've got a reasonable couple of number 4, Simon Beard and Stuart Supple. But all a bit of a shunting match there. Barry Bennett's up there. But Barry going backwards down the back straight, and 4 of them literally going to the paddock turn side by side. Come on boys, show yourselves out. Still there in second spot was Scott Dunn's up there, Tony Cook's up there, Barry Bennett's up there, Brian Canning just back in 5th at the moment, and Barry Bennett's quite a reasonable start, but back in 4th at the moment. Barry got it all to do as they come off the paddock turn. Again, it's still Scott Dunn and Neil Pocknell getting their act together. Scott trying to come through on the inside, but here comes Barry. Barry through on the inside of Scott Dunn, or does he? No, he just seems to lack a little bit of steam up the back straight as Barry. But still, it is anybody's race on that paddock turn. With a lap to go. And again, Barry Bennett on a nice tight line. And literally 3 abreast across the track as they go up the left straight. And again, Barry just down on Powell a little bit on the back straight. They go into the paddock turn for the last time. It is still anybody's race, but it looks as though Simon Beard's going to get there. Here comes Barry up the inside. And he's absolutely side by side over the line, the closest one we've seen today. But no doubt about the winner. It was number 4, Simon Beard and Stuart Supple. We won't guess second. We'll leave that up to the officials. Tremendous race. Simon Beard and Stuart Supple take race 31, sponsored by RTS Racing Products. Race 31 then, sponsored by RTS Racing Products. A win there for number 4, Simon Beard and Stuart Supple. In second place, number 118, Scott Dunn, Richard Webb. In third place, number 10, Tony Cullen, Dolman. In fourth place, number 7, Barry Bennington, Ivan Hughes. And fifth, number 49, Brian Canning and Steve West. The time, 1 minute 40.03, 1 minute 40.03. And the numbers again for race 31 are 4, 118, 10, 7, 9. We move on to race 32, sponsored by the race Childe. And in this we've got Ray Scott and Les Sutton. This looks, well, when they went past us it looked decidedly hairy. There was about 4 abreast as they went past us for the first time. I'd just go through the riders in this. We've got Will Penfold and Kevin Penfold, number 22. Glyn Drake and Marcus Phillips, number 72. Steve Downing and Neil Smith, number 34. Number 5 is Craig Scott and Les Sutton, 151 Grayson. Clark and 18 Grayson. Colin Clark the lead as they go into the bottom turn for the second time with young Will Penfold and Kevin Penfold, his cousin, in second spot. But Graham Hilton, Colin Clark pulling out about a 30-metre lead as they go into the paddock turn for the second time. Good scrap for second, but Hilton it is. Hilton Clark. All up in the block. Up the inside. Steve Dowling and Neil Smith. But Penfold's holding them off, or are they? Yes, Penfold's hold them off. Dowling losing a place on the bottom turn. As Graham Hilton and Colin Clark, number 151, go on their way. Last time. Graham Hilton, Colin Clark, still in second. Will Penfold and Kevin Penfold. 17-year-old Will in his first ever British Championship final, obviously. Holding a good second place at the moment. Graham Hilton and Colin Clark it is though, who lead off the bend. Checkered flag ready. Number 1 by Clark. Hilton and Clark getting. Wow, what was that? Glyn Drake and Marcus Phillips absolutely from nowhere on the last bend. And they literally go with the finish line, still on full opposite lock. And well, by my reckoning, I think they just got the second spot, but we'll have the girls confirm that. But no doubt about the winner, it was number 151, Graham Hilton and Colin Clark. Right, the official result of race 32, 1000 sidecars, sponsored by the race Truesdale. A win for number 151, Graham Hilton and Colin Clark. In second place, number 22. Third place, number 72. Fourth place, number 34. And fifth place, number 5. Time 1 minute 47.66. 1 minute 47.66. Race 32. The numbers from the top are 151, 22, 72, 34 and number 5. We move on to race 33, sponsored by James Bates Dealer, who on top of the Marathon Gentleman Selection Captain Pitman. I don't know the gentleman himself personally. That's a nice collection, right? It is the Welshman, number 4, Drew Evans and Darren Morris. This guy is incredible. First ever British Championship final, and he's had a tremendous meeting so far. So, it is number 4, Drew Evans and Darren Morris from Pembrey in South Wales. Here comes round the outside. Comes number 128, Martin Cobb and Steve North. So it's a classic confrontation between youth and experience. The youth, of course, Drew Evans and Darren Morris, and the vastly experienced number 128 crew of Martin Cup and Steve North. Martin Cup. Evans is number turn. Evans a little bit wide into the turn, but there's nothing at all that Martin Cough can do about it, and Evans really pulling away up that back straight. He leads by some 20-30 metres from Martin Cough and Steve North. Last lap flag being ready for number 4, Drew Evans and Darren Morris. Well, other than in Shropshire, we don't get these outfits into Shropshire very often, and I'm sure up here in Yorkshire you get them even less, and certainly a spectacle. Right, second flag on the win for Drew Evans and Darren Morris. Second place goes to Martin Cobb and Steve North. 2 wins and seconds for Martin this afternoon so far. And we'll give you the official result of race 33 in just a moment. A win then for number 4, Drew Evans and Darren Morris. In second place, number 128, Martin Cough and Steve North. In third place, number 23, Billy Pinfold and Andy Wood. And in fourth place, number 8, Paul Grayson and John Grayson. The time 1:45.13, 1:45.13. The numbers from the top of race 33 are 4, 128, 23 and number 8. Right, we're over the page to race 34. We're going to go back to timing for the 250s in race 34. We've got Adam Shipp, Lee Street, Gary Wells, Colin, good line-up, James Childe, Shipp line up in race 34. I'm going to stick in echo. One thing I will say before I hand over to Simon is Frank Gates has come to see us, and he's just a knock. He's okay, but he's had a knock. And Frank Gates is going to be a non-starter in race number 35. So over to Simon, race 34.
Right, thank you, Brian. Excellent LCC car racing there. We're on a race 34, sponsored by Maggie Jeffrey, and here we go. Coming down towards me, coming up with Lee Street in the lead.
Adam Shipp on the inside, Richard Lively as a sandwich in the middle. But I think it's Lee Street leading off that top bend. Down the back straight we go, starting to come under pressure there from James Childe. In the pit turn, it's Street trying to close the door. Childe switches line to the outside, but Lee Street has had a win in the last race. Found the setup for this fight this afternoon as Adam Shipp now going under James Childe. Shipp moves into second place. You've got to remember, Adam Shipp has hardly been beaten this afternoon, but back comes Childe under Shipp. Shipp on the outside, Childe on the inside. Lee Street holding the tight line in the lead. He doesn't need to make a mistake. He's got 2 Tigers in his car. Adam Shipp in second place, James Childe third, Gary Wells in fourth place, but it's Lee Street, the reigning British champion, starting to show his form in the last 2 heats, leading down into the pit turn. I think we can safely say he's slowly pulling away with this one, but we've got a right battle on for second and third. Adam Shipp, white British champion, just being passed now. He is just being passed by James Childe, moves up into second place. This could seriously damage Adam Shipp's chances this afternoon. It built some great points up in the previous heats. Adam Shipp was looking good. It's back in third place. This could totally alter the 250cc championship this afternoon. Winning is 75, Lee Street. A superb ride from 97. James Childe in second. And in third, 16, Adam Shipp. And I think it was Gary Wells. And we'll take the lap scorer's verdict for the rest. Had my eyes on the top 3 or 4 riders there. But believe me, I think that result has seriously damaged Adam Shipp's chances of making it a 3rd British title. And it was a win for the defending champion, number 75, Lee Street, in a time of 1 minute 36 seconds dead. Second super race from this guy, number 97, James Childe. Third, number 16, he was looking good. Bad result for him, I think. Adam Shipp, 4th, 70, 5th, 34, 6th, 23, 7th, 28 and 8th, 54. Once again the winning time was 1 minute, 36 seconds dead. From the top, 75, 97, 16, 70, 34, 23, 28, 54. When you
see Colin Powell back in 5th place to realise just how quick these guys are going. I've got some Davy throat, I think you call it a frog. Race to race 35, sponsored by John Noble. Let's see who's it in the front. It's number 14 into the lead. Going into that first corner is 14. We've got 35, Mark Collins though on the outside. Collins coming round the outside, settling for second place. Down the back straight we go. Into the pit stern, it's Mark Collins putting the charge on again round the outside. We've got a good scrap going on here, but it is 78 Scott Campos in the lead. As the speed come up from youth riding 2 years ago, it's Scott Campos in the lead from down Norfolk area, and Mark Collins in second place. Down the back straight, Mark Collins from Bristol. He's got lovely clean machinery. I think it's a homemade frame actually. It's come off that pit step. Scott Campos running away with his one. Collins in second place, 42. Local rider, Mark Collins, ex-East Yorkshire Centre champion in the year 2003, I believe. So there you go, he's in the Michael Carlson Kevlars. You can't miss him. Carlson, who used to ride for Hull Vikings in the Speedway. Of course, Mark's from Hull. He's a great sand race rider as well. He's done very well in the sand race championships. But Scott Campos taking that last lap back. Collins next. He's under pressure now though. It's Mark. And for that third place, he's under quite a bit of pressure from 126 Kevin Taylor as we go down that back straight for the final time. And it looks to be A-OK for Scott Campos coming off the pit turn. He's going to take his first win of the afternoon. Number 78, Scott Campos. Second, 35. A good third from 42, Mark Williams. 126, 22, Mel Gardner. And he made a lightning start, 14, Chris Archer. And then at the back, I've just missed that number, but we'll get that from the lap scorers when the result comes over. Was a win for 78 Scott Campos in a time of 1 minute 40.47. Second, 35, Mark Collins from Bristol. Third, 42, Mark Williams from Hull. Fourth, 126. Fifth, 22. Sixth, 14. And seventh, 63. The winning time again, 1 minute 0.47. And from the top, 78, 35, 42, 126, 22, 14 and 63. We're into the third race of the 250cc's in the fourth leg. This race is race 36 and it's sponsored by Mr. and Mrs. Hepworth. Thank you very much. We've got local star David Knowles, who's looking good this afternoon. He's certainly in with a shout of regarding the British Championship. 64 is the one to look out for, but equally this is a very, very tough race for David because he's got number 17, Neil Taylor. I must tell you this, that David Knowles and Adam Shipp after 3 rounds of heat are tied on 25 points, and on 24 points is Neil Taylor, 1 point adrift, and Chris Still on 23 points. There's all three in this race, so this is a great, great race to be looking out for. Chris Still, Neil Taylor, David Knowles, throwing Lee Pitman, Paul Simmons, and we've got a real race in our hands. Let's see who's in the front. It's Chris Still on the outside, Neil Taylor on the inside. Taylor on the Honda. He had a third place earlier on today that's just dropped him a point or two back, but believe me, this is the one that can draw him up level with the top riders. So Taylor's leading, Still's battling in third place by the look of it. Coming through on the inside, 31 there, Paul Simmons. David Knowles back in fourth place. Knowles needs to wind that KTM up. He's going in on the wide, he's got the power on. Keep your eyes on David Knowles back in fourth. This is a very, very tough race as Neil Taylor gallops into that pit turn. Knowles is starting to close the gap on the two riders in front. Faulkner, Chris Still, Taylor, Simmons, Still, Knowles in that order. Then comes Pitman. A great race in our hands as Neil Taylor is not having it quite as easy in this race, but he's certainly got some class as Knowles gets himself up to third. That could be a very valuable point for David Knowles. He needs to do a lot of work in the last lap. He desperately needs to get up to second place as Paul Simmons, number 31,
He's doing a great job up there in second place. Knowles goes in wide, gets that speed built up. Here comes David Knowles. He goes right down on Paul Simmons. It's Paul Simmons in second. Knowles now goes in wide again, gets that KTM wound up. The Hampton KTM comes back on the inside. We've got a charge to the line, but it's just Paul Simmons for second place over David Knowles, then Chris Still, then Lee Pitman, number 20. A great race there. The points being lost all over the shop as Kevin Bull comes across the line. It'll be very interesting to see the point situation after all 4 250 legs, but it's certainly going to be a very tight affair going into the finals. But it was a win in a time of 1 minute 35.93 for number 17, Neil Taylor. Second, number 31, Paul Simmons. Third, number 64, David Knowles. Fourth, 82. Fifth, 20. Sixth, 98. Seventh, 7. And eighth, 47. Once again a time of 1 minute 35.93. And from the top, 17, 31, 64, 82, 20, 98, 7 and 47. We're back into 350cc solos, fourth leg. Excellent race in the 350s have produced this afternoon. We're looking at race 37 sponsored by Louise and Mark Sanford. So thank you very much, Louise and Mark. Welcome sponsorship indeed for today's event. As I said earlier, without the sponsors, no event. We have got Jamie Rodgers, addition to your programme in place at number 84. And here we go, there's Barry Powell in, here we go, Paul Cooper and Jason Handley. And down the straight we've got Cooper and Rodgers on the inside. Cooper puts the bike across the front of Rodgers. Paul Cooper desperately leading points. Handley back in third place. We've got a real eye-opener on our hands here. This is going to really open the 350 championship up this afternoon. Cooper man in the lead. Goes a little bit wide. Handley looking on the inside. Rodgers in second. Look at this for racing. Cooper man. Rodgers. Handley gets a bit of a lock up there. Cost him dearly. Drops back 2 or 3 places. But here comes Jamie Rodgers. He's going in all noted up. He's trying to get on the inside of Cooper. Coming off the pit turn. Here comes Jamie Rodgers. On the inside. Cooper needs to drop it over. Rodgers just spits him out into that top turn. Cooper will switch back to the inside. Here comes Paul Cooper. He's got the speed down the back straight. Jamie Rodgers into the pit turn. Cooper in on the wide. He'll come back to the inside again. That's what he does. Paul Cooper says, hey man, get out the way. Paul Cooper back in the lead. 1 way to go. Paul Cooper. Rodgers on the outside. Rodgers has got the speed. Rodgers has got the wheelie man. Cooper goes bang. How desperately unlucky is that? Paul Cooper. 1 big bang from that engine. I'm sure I could hear that from over here, but here comes Jamie Rodgers, still having a race line, and Jason Handley in second place. One of the best races of the afternoon. Paul Cooper pushing round for points. Hey, Paul Cooper really needs to push round for points. Desperately unlucky for Cooper man there. As 14 comes across the line, then 58 and 93. We'll give a big round of applause to Paul Cooper. He's so desperately unlucky there. That was really going to even things up in the 350s this afternoon. But here goes Paul Cooper across the finish line, rides for the Sheffield Pertec Tigers. Big round of applause for Cooper man. Right, I believe that was the fastest time of the day. I mean, just how good is this track getting? 1 minute 28.72. What a fantastic time. I mean, when you think we set off in the mid-140s, it shows the quality of this track. It was a win for number 77, Jamie Rodgers. Second, 95, Jason Handley. Third, number 82, Barry Powell. Fourth, 14. Fifth, 58. Sixth, 93. And seventh, number 11, Paul Cooper. He pushed hard for his points. Once again, the winning time, fastest time of the day, 1:28.72, and from the top, 77, 95, 82, 14, 58, 93, and 11. Super ride. And number 8. Thank you.
Big round of applause for Vince Kinchin there. We're looking at Martin Wrathal, Michael Faulkner. Dave Mears is on bike number 14 for this race. He's blown his bike up in the last race. He's got out on his brother's bike. So if you see number 19, Dave Mears, pencil in number 14, because that's the number that Dave Mears is riding on in this race. We've got Jody Hodgson out here, 22. Fairly impressed with the lad, just started, pretty good. Number 1, Andrew Whitaker. 117, Paul Derrick's been going very well. 90, Ben Morbey, but this is the man who's on a mission this afternoon. Came into the meeting as reserve. Number 25, Martin Williams, the Milty-Bar kid. Here we go, watch the Martin Williams, number 25. Let's have a look now.
In the front, please. Martin Wrathal at the front. Martin Wrathal from Lancashire into that first turn, but it's Matt Taylor comes by on the outside. Matt Taylor, I think they're going down the back straight in the lead. I think it's Matt Taylor. Here we come. Got a little bit of a mix-up there. It is in fact Dave Mears, number 14. Clash of Cavaliers there, but Dave Mears in second place as Martin Williams comes through on the inside. So Martin Williams, number 25, streaks down, but what a battle we've got on for third, fourth and fifth places. But Martin Williams now taking control of this race from Dave Mears on bike number 14. What a race off, third, fourth and fifth. 117, Paul Derrick, he's in third place at the moment. Quite a bit of passing and repassing going on. Yeah, Dave Mears, number 14, as I've already said, he's changed from bike number 19, but there's Martin Williams there, comes across, taking the last flag. Dave Mears in second place on that number 14 bike. Paul Derrick in third, Michael Faulkner, Martin Wrathal, Andrew Whitaker, and Jody comes by, number 22, but at the front, little bit stretched out now. Coming round, it's 3 wins this afternoon, I believe, for number 25, Martin Williams. Second, number 14, Dave Mears, a good ride today. Third, 117, fourth, 24, fifth, 1, 6, 29, and 7, number 22. So race 38, sponsored by Eric and Sue Dillon. Another good result for Martin Williams, who is definitely in with a shout of the 350cc championship after that ride this afternoon. Was a win in a time of 1 minute 28.32, another remarkably quick time that. In fact, that is the fastest time of the day. The fastest time of the day by Martin Williams of 128.32. Second place, 14, i.e. read 19 in your programme, Dave Mears. Third place, 117, Paul Derrick. Fourth place, 44. Fifth place, number 1. Sixth place, 29. And seventh, 22. Once again, the fastest time of the day, 1 minute 28.32. And from the top, 25, 19, 117, 44, 1, 29 and 22. Right, we're into race 39, sponsored by Peter Thompson Joinery. Matt Taylor's in this, Neil Taylor, Bob Dolman, Richard Smith looking for points, John Cox. As we come down, and Bob Dolman, we've got a faller in Teri Massingham. Teri Massingham fell heavily there, coming down the straight. She's trapped under the bike. Red flags should be out, I would say now. I think we've got the red flags waving, so it's race stop. This race will have to be rerun. She went down very heavily, got tangled up coming down the straight and went down quite hard. Give Teri Massingham some encouragement when she gets up, because I'm sure she's a bit bruised and battered led down there.
Well, went on the car and like split on the next tank on top of it.
Race number 39 on. So quite a nasty accident that for Teri, but hopefully she'll be okay. Let's just hope that nothing's too far wrong. the 350 and 250s this afternoon, Brian, and to an extent the 500 sidecars are all very tight affairs now. Everybody's dropped points this afternoon. As each race goes by, the times are getting quicker. I want a prediction from you now for the 350s after what you've seen.
God, blimey. Well, I don't actually know the points at this stage, so it'll depend on the points, but I know before we started, you know, Jamie Rodgers, you'd got your money on Jamie Rodgers.